you there? Another minute? 30 seconds. What can I do in 30 seconds? Oh, as the nun said to the bishop. Twice. Anyway, and of course, don't forget as well, we're streaming live on YouTube. You can probably see the camera there. And you can go onto YouTube as well. And if you've missed anything during the course of the first weeks, the first matches, then you can go back and watch the previous rounds, the previous sessions. So please do that. You'll see me wittering. You'll also see the gentleman in the orange shirt, in the orange suit, running around the place as well. It does get pretty manic in here, and those of you who were in this morning will understand what I mean. Okay, are we there? We're there. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a little bit of bowls? Good, good. Well, without further ado, let's get the players out. Oh, before I do though, this is one thing I forgot to mention this afternoon, is that please, because you make sure if you've got any mobile phones, multimedia devices, please make sure they're either switched off, they're on silent, or you put them on flight mode, please. Because there's nothing so distracting as somebody going, oh, hello, yes, oh, Ethel, oh, I'm in the bowls, it's great, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. I wasn't typecasting then, but there you go. So, here we go then. Let's get these players out to play in this singles. Welcome, of course, to the arena here at Potter's Resort for the World Indoor Championships, sponsored by Just Retirement as well. First out, from Wales, he's the World Indoor Bowls Council Singles Champion. Please welcome Damien Doubler. And of course, our next man really doesn't need any introduction at all. He's the Silver Fox. He's from Scotland, but he plays from England. So basically, he's a little bit confused. But we won't hold that against him, because he has been the 2012 World Indoor Champion. Please welcome Andy Thompson, MBE. Enjoy the bowls, ladies and gentlemen. It's over to the commentary drop box with Janice Gowler, and this evening joined by Nick Brett. Thank you.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World Bowls Tour live coverage of the Just Retirement World Indoor Singles Championship, hosted by Potter's Resort here at Hopton-on-Sea. And as Sean just mentioned there, I'm delighted to be joined in the commentary box this evening by world number 3, Nick Brett. Welcome to the commentary box.
Thank you, Janice, and good evening, everybody.
We're in for an interesting game tonight. Andy Thompson versus Damien Doubler.
That is true. Damien's
the final game of the round robins and managed to get through. So he's had 2 competitive singles games out there. Andy Thompson, ranked 10 in the world. Well, he's had 1 game of pairs out there. But it might make a difference tonight, Nick, with the surface out there.
Definitely. Certainly, the more games the better, I'd say. Just get used to the pace. And practice is okay, but it's always good to get more game time.
Competitive bowls, you can't beat the actual competitive side of it. Tightens your game up a bit, doesn't it?
Very true. And as you see, Damien started the quicker.
Well, Andy looks down a good line there. The viewers out there sometimes like to know what the players are playing with, and Andy Thompson plays with Taylor Aces and Damien Doubler plays with Drake's Pride Professionals. Gives you an idea what lines they might be playing. Mind you, I think this rink's slightly different to any rinks people are playing at home, Nick.
Yes, it's a little bit different for us all this week. We had new carpet, which you probably mentioned before, so it's probably a new one for all of us. So we're all scratching around grabbing what our best sets of bowls are.
Might just get unlucky here, Damien.
2 green.
thought Andy might go a little quicker.
He's in the area for it as well.
Yeah, he was in the region. He may just got a little bit unlucky. He may hold, but I think the jack might go out on the spot.
A few more people filtering back into the crowd. We've just been enjoying a lovely dinner here at Potter's Resort. Certainly treat us well here, don't they?
Yeah, even I'm putting on weight, I think.
I don't-
Didn't look to get quite out there.
Well, he looks to be urging it on. Looks to be under the line.
One shot to Damien Dubler.
Well, Damien gets first blood at the first end of the set. Just for those new viewers, we play 2 sets of 9 ends here at the Just Retirement World Indoor Singles Championship, and if necessary, a 3-end tie break. Now, Ben Sherwin was in the commentary box with me this afternoon when we went to our 3rd tie break of 3 singles games. Now, can we go to 4 and 1 tonight, Nick?
Well, it's going to be a close one, I think. This
Jack, there's 29
Damien's had
metres.
2 games on this, and Andy will probably start favourite, but Damien's come out of blocks pretty quick, so you could well see another tie break. Yeah.
Now, some events we've gone the first round of the singles and not seen a tie break, so 3 in the first 3. Great lead ball there by Damien.
He's definitely started very well.
Of course, Damien's no stranger to the big competitions. As I mentioned, he won the WIBC singles down in Jersey to qualify for this event. But he's also qualified for the International Open, played at Blackpool in March this year. And he's qualified before for, I believe it was the Welsh. So he has played at this sort of level before.
Yeah, and he's certainly enjoying. Body language would tell me he's enjoying playing against some of the best players in the world. So he's definitely not afraid of showing what he can do.
One green.
Unlucky Andy there, just a bowl tight from what he wanted. And like you mentioned, Nick, doesn't seem to have any nerves out there yet, Damien.
No, definitely not. I see 2 or 3 of the youngsters this week. Young Liam, who played against Alex, he certainly wasn't afraid of expressing the way he played either. So Wales do seem to have quite a number of real talented youngsters at their disposal.
Yeah, same thoughts here really. Young Liam this afternoon did himself the power of good against Alex Marshall. Just lost out on the tie break. Wasn't afraid to play an aggressive bowl when he needed to. Sometimes qualifiers tend to tighten up on the portable rink and try and play pretty bowls.
That is very true, and I was one of those. When I first landed on the portable rink, just tried to play nicey nice.
Down a good line again. Great ball there.
Two green.
Yeah, difficult shot for this Andy.
To just play this over the draw really, Nick, yeah.
I don't know, that's the hardest shot. He may even go a bit quicker just to try and hold it in, but he might show his class and play real delicate to try and draw the shot.
He's down a good track. What's the weight like?
Needs a slide.
Great ball, Andy Thompson.
One shot to Damien Doubler.
Well, Damien picks up another single and takes a 2-0 lead at the second end of this first set. But Andy was probably lying 2, possibly 3 down there, so it was a good saver.
Yeah, Damien definitely started very well, and he's played a couple of good, I'm going to say conversion, but just sort of stemming the flow of shots, really.
Jack length
And
29
he'll be hoping
metres.
to get into it through 2 or 3 ends.
I'm saying, from the top 16's point of view, you're used to coming to the portable rink and playing the 9-end sets, whereas the qualifiers are used to 7-end sets, and we've seen a couple of times the qualifier just sort of getting to end 7 and taking the foot off the pedal sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. 7 end sets back qualifying, everybody knows you need to get out quickly. 9 ends sounds silly, it's only 2 ends more, but they are crucial 2 ends. Instead of hanging on, if you get 4-0 up in 7 end sets, it's harder to do that at 9 ends.
Yeah, I think it gives the more experienced players not the panic. Of course, in these World Championship games, we play under the shot clock with the World Bowls Tour ranking events. So that's another thing that the qualifiers have got to get to grips with.
One red.
Doesn't affect you, Nick.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty quick, but the only time it affects anybody, I think, is if they want to have a look. So you have to, i.e., follow your bowl up and then get back as quick as you can after your opponent's bowl's finished. Well, that's the way I try and do it, but
2 green.
Well, there's no rule on which bowls you can follow. You can follow any bowl you want as long as you back down and release your bowl before the 30-second countdown's gone.
I think the youngsters have come in, they don't even know there's a shot clock.
Oh, Andy playing with a little bit of weight again. Looks under the line there.
Yeah, he might get the back edge of one of the... Certainly not helped the shot count against him, but it may have blocked the gap.
Damien will want to just perhaps tuck his own ball behind here. Want to be reaching somewhere about. Try and change this head. Change how the angles lie.
3 green.
Yeah.
Choice of shot, Nick.
I think Andy will be quick up the backhand, and he'll be saying to himself, don't get wide.
Yeah, we've seen a few of the running bowls hold off wide down this hand. Playing it.
He's gone less pace than I thought he would, but he's pretty good.
perfect result.
Played it well. Played it very well.
One shot to Andy Thompson.
Andy Thompson's on the card at the third end. His Damien Doubler's lead is 2-1 after 3 ends in this first set. Of course, Andy, sure won't mind me saying, is the elder statesman of the top 16. But he's still a very, very dangerous contender at this level. Still plays and skips internationally for England.
He's still one of the best players at getting out of trouble, as I found out when I played against him.
Jacqueline, 28 metres.
Great start from Andy this time. He'll be looking for, that's what he'll be looking to do, get in first.
Well, Andy can look to put the pressure on here. Another bowling.
Yeah, he's not followed it up with as good a one as he wanted to.
Damien's watching this. It looks a good line. It looks a good length.
It's a great bowl, this one. He'll be leaning to get it to fall in, and Andy will be leaning the other way. Just got a little bit of run, I think.
One green.
Clicking his fingers again. So, normally means he's in the area, Nick. I don't know what that's all about. It's normally when you're quick if you click your fingers trying to stop it, but
I wish I knew when I was in the area.
One green.
And he'll be looking to find another bomb like he did last time.
on a wide line, but these bowls, for a perfect weight, will finish back to centre. Watch this dip now.
It wasn't too far away. A big extra point coming up. If Damien can find these will be crucial come the end. Not coming too bad.
Just looking in the area.
Two shots to Damien Doubler.
Those two shots mean Damien Doubler take a 4-1 lead after 4 ends in the first set here.
Yeah, definitely Damien's started pretty good. Andy's come back into it, but Damien's grabbed the shots advantage.
Jack length 29
Question of
metres.
keeping calm and keep plodding away, really, for both of them at the moment, and take your chances when they come up.
Yeah, that's very true.
Most of the players seem to be favouring this forehand, playing away from the commentary box, Nick.
Yes, it seems to have more finish to it. The backhand on the tee, if you like, does get back consistently, but not on a shorter length. But on this length, it gets back fine. But yes, majority have favoured the other hand.
It's a good track again.
Good adjustment, I think.
Andy won the World
2-3.
Championships back here in 2012. He's also picked up the World
9
Pairs back in
inches.
2010. So he's no stranger to winning at the venue. And certainly the spectators are very appreciative of the players here, Nick. They get to mingle with you and chat to you about various, ask you questions, and no
3-3.
doubt.
Yeah, very true. I think the players staying on site makes them accessible to all the guests.
So,
whether
foot to
it
you.
be, I won't say in the bar, I'd say in the coffee shops and in the seating areas out the front, and in the shows and stuff like that. So I'm sure the spectators love to meet all the top players, such as Andy. It's been around for a number of years. You know, I'm sure they've watched a number of the players on the TV over the years, and
1 red.
those that play bowls at any level, to meet someone that they've seen on the TV is just what you want to do. Me included, when I used to watch.
Very much so. And here is one of the venues that you get to do that. If you fancy coming down and watching the event live, just contact Potters Resort. And certainly it's always worth thinking about booking your holiday next year. Come down, have a few days, watch it live, meet some of the players. Enjoy the facilities here.
Which are certainly first class.
Just like the bowling and the bowlers, first class. Well, Andy played a good bowl with his last delivery.
Just needs to slip the front.
And it sit back. Damien's conceded one.
One shot to Andy Thompson.
So in this first set, Damien Doubler leads 4-2 after 5 ends. Still 4 ends to play in this first set.
Yeah, we're not much closer to see who's going to win it yet, are we? Anybody's at the minute.
Yes, certainly Damien's not been allowed to run away with this set. Andy's scrabbled to stay in it
Jack
a
length
couple of
28
ends.
metres.
Wafted his hand at that. I don't know whether it went further than he wanted to. We've seen a number of players actually send the jack off here, and a number of top players do that, not just ordinary players. So it's
Yeah, a lot of us don't lead too much, or we play singles on and off, so we don't get too much jack cast in practice. So a number of us probably don't put it exactly where we want it, and when you're favouring a length and someone else is favouring another, makes a huge difference. And I think he feels that Damien's favouring where he's put it, and he was trying to put it somewhat shorter. But Andy started with a good one, and he would have cheered himself up for that.
Damien's played 2 games out there on the portable rink, both at this sort of time of the evening as well, and he's tended to favour the longer length jack.
Yeah, it certainly makes a difference playing at the same time in all your games.
2 red.
Yeah, the temperature changes quite a bit out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So you've got 2 games back to back. It's going to certainly be warmer halfway through the first game.
One red.
Certainly a high standard at this moment in time.
Good length, bit of bowl tight. Of course, I've just thought that you'll be watching Damien Doubler with some interest because he's your opponent in the International Open, I believe.
Yeah, the draw was done yesterday, live on YouTube, which is new for us and a good idea for everybody's interest to follow.
One red.
Yeah, it certainly will not be an easy opponent for anybody, any of us, as he's shown so far tonight.
And it's all very good experience for the young man from Wales.
Yeah, seems to be quite a few of the youngsters in this tournament taking full advantage of getting in and showing what they can do, which is great for the sport, to give us old duffers a run for our money.
One red.
Good head of bowls here. Don't think if Damien just arrives onto Andy's shot bowl, might just push the jack out far enough to get to his green bowl.
It's all on his weight now.
I'm just looking.
One shot to Andy Thompson.
It's still neck and neck here really. Damien Doubler is 4-3 up after 6 ends. Of course you're arriving here with confidence, Nick, having just successfully defended your title at the Scottish International Open, which is the first person in history to do that.
Yeah, obviously it's always very pleasing whenever you win. I was fortunate enough to hang in both the finals the last 2 years, but
27.5 metres.
yeah, it's very nice to win whenever you never know when it's coming around the corner, so you just have to take the rough with the smooth, don't you? And I've been fortunate enough to sneak at the last couple of Scottish ones.
Andy just had a bit of a disturbance there, so stood back off the mat. The shot clock doesn't start for the first delivery at any end, so the players have got plenty of time to concentrate on their lead bowl. And there you go. Just taking up a little bit of time, certainly paid off there.
Started to find his first bowl, Andy, now, and it's going to make a huge difference.
Damien sticking down his favoured forehand line here.
Easy done, Damien. I think I did that about 20 times yesterday.
Didn't like to bring up the pairs result, Nick.
Yeah, very true. Didn't get him close enough. And you know, Simon played a few good ones, and Robert was very good. And from our side, that was never bodes very well when you don't get them very close, and they do.
Yeah, 2 bowl pairs. It's
One red.
you often want that extra bowl to do something with. Yeah, the final of the pairs is between Simon Skelton and Robert Paxton, and Andy Tom and Alex Marshall MBE and Paul Foster MBE, and that is when we go live on the BBC network as well as the YouTube next Monday the 19th at 1 o'clock.
One in a measure.
Damien's not wasted any time here.
Bit unlucky there, really.
Yeah.
He was onto
Perhaps
the
just
line,
needed
but
a
he-
touch more pace, really.
Yeah. Damien's tended to favour the draw shot, to be fair. In his previous 2 games in the round
2
robin,
red.
he's tended to favour to draw himself out of trouble.
That's the problem when whoever's against you gets the first one in. Get drawn into playing a shot you don't want to be playing.
And he's just gone a little deeper with that, just in case Damien manages to get a connection and trail the jack. At this stage of the game, Andy will be happy to pick up a shot count of 2, which would take him into the lead.
Good shot, good choice selection. Just trying to draw the shot, because he could have gone quicker and dropped more shots at this stage. Even if he only drops a 2, it's not going to hurt him that bad.
2 shots to Andy Thompson.
So, Andy Thompson takes the lead for the first time in this first set. After 7 ends, he leads 5-4 against Damien Doubler from Wales. Close all the way, this at the moment.
It certainly is. No corner given. Both playing some good stuff. Whether it be getting in first, drawing to save, little over the pace. So, looks like everybody's enjoying it.
Tap length 28 metres.
It's the result of having a very, very nice tea. Sitting there watching some good bowls, relaxing. As I mentioned, Andy Thompson's been on the circuit for a number of years, so very, very popular with the public.
Andy's always got a friendly word to say to anybody.
Damien's found one here. Good line from Andy. Just looks like it needs to be the pace. Perfect pace as well.
Great correction that was from Andy. That's probably where he wants the jack.
Can't fault the lad. Great reply from Damien there.
1 green.
Yeah,
Back over to you, Mr. Thompson.
yeah, whatever you can do,
8
I can do
inches.
better, he's saying at the minute.
Well, Andy's urging this one on. Line looks good. In the area again.
Oh, probably sneak as a shot.
It's 5 inches to you.
Well, Damien looks to have taken a good line. Changed his hand though, so has he changed his pace?
Yeah, another one close. Might not quite be in the count, but if Andy gets any touch, it will certainly be in a receiving position.
Must be fairly close because our marker this evening, Sharon Davis, hasn't indicated how many or whose shots are counting. So it must be fairly tight.
Yeah, it'd be nice for us. Some indication.
Our view from the commentary box can't help here. We're just relying on the news we get reported back from the rink. Oh, Damien doesn't like that. Head's gone down.
And he's not sure either.
I'm thinking we might be looking at our first measure of the game here. Umpire Mike Davies has been called on to sort it all out for us. Tell us what the situation is. Make a big difference, this.
Yeah, very crucial. One either way here, it's a huge difference.
Shows you how tight an end this has been. There's 3 bowls that we can see with chalk marks there, all touches.
Ooh.
Green, definitely. The cameraman's providing us with a fantastic shot there, Nick.
Certainly is. Looks like it could be 2 green.
2 shots to Damien Doubler.
Oh, that makes a huge difference. Damien goes back into the lead. He leads 6-5 after 8 ends. 1 end left to play.
Yeah, like we've been saying all set. Fantastic set for the neutrals. Both guys playing some really good stuff, not letting the other get away. Looks like Damien's got his favourite length.
Jack length,
See what he can
29
do with the first one.
Just had had a look back at the statistics on the card, and they've both won 4 ends apiece in this first set. Damien's just picked up 2 twos to Andy Thompson's 1-2 count. Makes a very, very exciting last end for all the spectators, both in the venue and at home watching. Damien's not happy with that.
No, Andy will be looking to. He's decided to change his hand.
Surprised at that, Nick, because he's played this backhand on this length very well.
That is very true, but he's not gone too bad. He's
No.
not gone too bad. He probably would have liked it closer, but he's beat the object bowl for now.
And in doing that, he's forced Damien to change, and Damien has been preferring his forehand, so he's taken that shot away from the young man.
Yeah, they'll both still be looking to get one right on the button.
Sticking with his forehand.
Doesn't look like he's got this one out, but he might just have enough to get past the front.
He's made it into a
Too red.
very good shot. Forced Damien to have to reach here.
Yeah, very awkward head position this one for Damien. It's probably just a draw on the forehand, or you... Well, to be fair, there is a draw either way, but both are difficult now.
He doesn't really want to be dropping a 2. He's just called a timeout
timeout.
there. Those viewers that don't know, the players get 5 timeouts within a game. That means they get an extra 60 seconds
4 timeouts remaining.
to get back to the
Damien.
mat and release the bowl. Gives you a little bit more time to think about it, Nick.
Yeah, probably want less time to think about this one, because he's got to find a real good one here. Certainly needs to reach with this one, there's no doubt about that.
Doesn't want to drop a 2. It's on a good line.
Too red.
At least a bowl at the back there gives him options with his last.
True, but that's probably a result of his first 2 being short. He's probably just got into the third one.
Andy will be wanting to close this end down. Damien's only got 1 bowl left. Andy's holding the 2 he needs to take the set. Certainly the world number 10's known he's been in the game here so far.
Definitely, it's been a very good... no one's given any quarter up to yet. Damien's got a very difficult shot here. Don't know whether the plant gets one of Andy's away and force Andy to try and win it with his last. No, clicked his fingers.
Clicked his fingers, that's normally a sign.
I think
Well, Damien.
looks
here
like he's
it
gone a
might
run
have-
too
Too
far.
red.
Yeah, it looks like it might have just run through. 2 red.
2 shots to Andy Thompson on the first set.
Oh, first set over, very, very close all the way. Andy Thompson takes the first set 7-6. And we move into set 2, where it's a clean slate of score. All starts afresh.
It was a top quality game. First set that was. Damien will be disappointed on his favourite length. He didn't get one of his first 2.
Yeah, I think after his first two, he'd put himself under a lot of pressure then.
He did. Andy was probably overpaced with his second, but got a nice corner and just made it difficult from there.
Track length 29 metres.
Well, Damien, put the first set behind you. Think about this set. And you'll be glad to have got over the line in that set. Again, that is the joy about these sets play games.
Yeah, definitely. It's not always easy to put the first set defeat behind you, but it is a new game from here on.
10 inches.
It's not a bad start though.
Shaking his head there, he was probably saying, I wish I'd done that at the last end.
If I had a pound for how many times I needed one the end before. It's not too bad again.
Two green.
Game tomorrow against the New Zealand qualifier Andy McLean. Do you know much about Andy?
No, I've met him in the last couple of days, but other than that, I don't know much about him. No, you know, like everybody else, he's earned the right, and
One red.
I'll pay him the due respect and try and play as best I can.
All the PBA qualifiers are very tough to come through. Quite a gruelling schedule. But if you win one of them, you get the wonderful prize of coming to play at this venue. So it's always worth thinking about. If you're a bowler out there,
2 inches past the jack.
contact your local PBA branch, become a member. And you too could be out there playing on the portable rink. Like the man next to me came through the PBA rankings to get into the top 16.
Yeah, definitely. I've been through the tough qualifying school, and those that have and those that are still are will testify to that. It's definitely not easy, but sticking at it, and you know, the rewards are there to play
It's one and a
against the
measure.
best players in the world at the best venues in the world.
We've had a number break into the top 16 over the last few years. There's a couple knocking on the door again this next year. Colin Walker and Mark Dawes.
Definitely. You know, I think, you know, Stuart Anderson's, you know, been
Damien.
world champion, and he's probably been in the world top 16 4 or 5 seasons, so it just shows you
One green.
it can be done.
Andy's looking long and hard at this. Damien got a good result from that runner. Was slightly under what he wanted, but managed to lock his own bowl into the head.
One
Yeah.
time out.
He had a good
for-
number of bowls in the area, didn't he? So it was all different to the head before, whereas there wasn't
And
many
he has
good
4
connections.
timeouts remaining.
Yeah, that's why the coaches out there will always tell you to try and build the head. Give yourself options. If you're not shot, make sure you're in a position where you've got bowls about where you can convert something. He's playing a timer.
He's gone for the jack, and he's not far away.
See what happens when the dust settles.
Might have squeezed the one.
One red.
First end of the second set goes to Andy Thompson. Takes a 1-0 lead. Looks like we're going to have a tight second set, Nick.
Yeah, again another end just like the first set really. No quarter given. Some good bowls by both players. Won by the last bowl of the end, which is a sign of both players are in good touch.
I'm beginning to think we might be looking at that
26
tie break.
metres.
Yeah, it's still one of those that could go either way. Andy's got the jack length he's been striving for here, I think.
And Ben Sherwin was saying in commentary this afternoon, you don't get much opportunity to actually practice jack sending here either, because your practice sessions tend to be in groups of 4 players, so jacks are just set. So that might be a difference here as well.
Certainly, yeah, as you say, in practice we're playing in groups of 4, certainly at this stage of the event, because everybody's clambering for practice as much as they can. So yeah, you're just putting the jack on a point and they bowl, 2 people bowl from the other end. So, and jack casting is an art, because if you can't get it where you want it, you'll get yourself in big trouble.
It's one green, it's gone through 13 inches. Your bowl is 5 inches to you.
I think my pairs partner would justify that we've played a number of times where I can't get the jack where we want it.
It's the art of the lead bowler. Very important at international level as well, having a good lead, 2-bowl lead.
Any level, the good leave's worth its weight in gold. Sets you up time after time. Put the other
Agree.
team under pressure right from the first bowl of the end. If you can do that regularly, you'll win more games than you lose.
Andy 2 shots down here in the area with this one though. Pace looks good as well.
Yeah, again, no quarter given. Good start from
8 inches in
Damien.
front.
Andy's found a top bowl to put himself back in the driving seat.
And you'll have probably watched Damien the last 2 evenings to just have an idea what he would be up against.
Yeah, I think I was talking to
One
Andy
red.
earlier and he said he did watch Damien last night, and he said what he found out was he's a good player. So he knew he was going to be in for a game tonight, and that is exactly what's happening.
As mentioned before, Damien came through the round robin qualifier stages here. Played out on the bowlers bar rinks and then on the portable rink. He was under a lot of pressure last night because he had to win the game with 2 sets. His opponent only had half a set. Shows how well Damien played last night. He picked up the 2 straight sets he needed to set up this game with Andy Thompson.
One red.
Again, Damien's in a bit of a position where he's not really a shot on to get a major count. Just got to draw it off.
Yeah, it's one of them where he's not got an easy shot, just got to take your medicine and try and draw the shot.
Close. He's in the area. Oh, what a bowl. What a great ball from Damien Doubler there.
Two shots to Damien Doubler.
She's saying, sorry, Mr. Thompson, I'm not letting you get away from me.
as we've been saying all game.
Good crowd here at Potter's Resort, watching the Just Retirement World Indoor Singles Championship. Nice crowd in. Always get a great crowd here, whatever time of the tournament it is. When you get towards the final stages, not a spare seat to be had in the room.
No, there isn't. If you haven't booked already, certainly the final week is pretty full, I would say.
Might just be lacking a touch there, Andy.
Damien's decided to swap. Didn't want to try and miss the two short ones.
Thing is, if you just put that little extra weight in, they seem to just hold off and travel 2 feet.
Yeah, problem is
One green.
everyone's looking for perfection. They're looking to nail one in. If you know you're going to be out there and not get back, it's not a lot of point.
Thought you top 16 always played perfection.
Yeah. A lot of us wish we did.
Saying to Ben this afternoon, I've not bowled a bad bowl from up here yet this week.
One red.
That is true. That is true. You don't bowl many where we're sitting here. It's quite easy doing it. Bowling a few bad ones, I mean, when you're down there.
Good line again from Damien. He's adjusted his pace.
Ooh.
Fortuitous little edge there off his
One
own short
green.
bowl. It means he was quite a good
10
pace.
inches.
And he's urging this one on.
Looks close. Again, shot for shot between these two guys out there on the
Red.
blue portable WBT rink.
Definitely, as we've been saying before, no quarter given yet.
Damien similar pace to his last. Could just get to Andy's bowl and sit it out.
He might need a little slide again.
Great header bowls there. Put a dustbin lid over those.
Yes, it's very true. Not an easy add, but Andy will be looking to add the spare as the time.
He doesn't want to get the bowl tight and tip Damien's short bowl in. He'd have to tip it away.
He's a good height. Great bowl from Andy. Not an easy add, and
2 shots to Andy Thompson.
he did it with ease.
Andy Thompson, after 3 ends, takes a 3-2 lead against Damien Doubler.
Tight set will suit Andy. He'll be looking to use the pressure of him already winning a set at the back end of this set to just to put the pressure on Damien, I
Jack
think.
length 26 metres.
Force Damien into playing maybe a shot to try and score more. But to be fair to Damien, he's not been forced into anything silly so far. He's kept
He's
to his-
kept it very tight.
He's kept to the drawing game. He's played a runner or two, but probably when they've been warranted. So it's tactically, he's played first class.
Good opener there again from Andy.
The gap is 10 inches.
Yeah, I think, as you mentioned, sometimes qualifiers can get into the closing ends of a set and panic a bit.
Been there and done it myself. You tend to, you're not, rather than play the end, you tend to find yourself playing the scoreboard, and it's not always the way to be.
One
Chasing extra shots.
One red.
It's building up into an awkward end already, this one.
And there's the picture of the beautiful Langham Glass Trophy. The winner of the World Singles title here will be lifting a week on Sunday. Been seeing the guys lift it down there to put it up
One
on
red.
that shelf. I think whoever wins that needs to reinforce their mantelpiece. It's
14
a
inches.
lovely heavy piece of glasswork.
Yeah, certainly the trophies are first class.
Well, Andy. Just been unlucky there, I think. Just trailed it to Damien's bowl.
One green.
Yeah, he'd have took any one of his two bowls, getting a lift on either of those.
Not easy for Damien to slot another one in here. Short ball of Andy Thompson's to the right of your screen. Got to get the perfect weight to just get past it.
No, it's another bowl that
One
beats the
green.
other two reds. I'm not sure whether Andy would have played it or not, but green onto Andy's red got rid of both greens, but I'm not sure he'll do that now.
He can't afford to flick his own red ball out the head.
No,
The game's so tight.
because it's going to be a
Timeout
difficult
call.
ad for Damien if Andy does nothing.
Andy has 3 timeouts remaining.
I think when we talk to Andy afterwards, he'll be saying, "This young man gave me a headache."
He certainly will so far.
He's playing to try and push his own red ball into the head. This
Brave
could go
shot.
either way. Well, I know Andy Thompson, but I don't know whether
Three
I would have
green.
been playing that shot.
Certainly one of them that had danger involved in it, and Andy probably got too much through the gap. He would have been hoping for a straightener off one of the front two.
And he's in the comfortable position that he's won the first set 7-6. So his worst case scenario is to go into a tie break. But nobody likes to go into the tie breaks. He'd far rather win a game 2-0.
4 green.
Damien Doubler picks up a 4 there. and takes a 6-3 lead after 4 ends in the second set. Don't forget we're playing a 9-end set here, so there's still 5 ends left to play. But a 4, that's a huge count for the young man from Wales.
Yeah, definitely. Still time for Andy to come back, but he'll be disappointed with his result there to drop a 4, especially in a tight game. It's not looked like being a count of 4 only in one other end, and I think the person that was down won the end. So Andy played a backhand runner earlier on and got the shot.
Yeah, we've not had anything higher than a 2 scored all game. Damien looks down a good line, might just be 18 inches through.
Andy will be looking for a good start on this end.
As a player, can you just blank out what happened in the last end and refocus, or?
Well, I think he'll be disappointed with the result, but he actually hit round and about the target.
1 red.
Whether he may think after the game whether he should have played it or not, because there was always an element of danger, but similar to myself, probably I may well have played it and got a worse result.
Damien's given Andy
2
plenty
feet.
of room here. Just 2 deliveries, not quite as tight as he'd have liked.
Yeah, 2 sides of each corner. Andy would have looked for a good start this end. Damien would have looked for a good start to drive the 4 home. But, after 2 bowls each, Andy looks in a good
2
position.
red.
Damien's playing a runner,
And he's not far away either.
very close. Before he's favoured drawing himself out of trouble, but obviously he's got that in his armoury as well, Nick.
Yes, he was never off target, so it seems as though he's got pretty good all-round game and not afraid to use it, and has
1
picked
red.
good times to use them.
Take that other one. Hit the other one.
And he's urging this bowl on.
Well, he's got to his other, so
3
it must
red.
be
No,
2.
that wasn't a toucher in the ditch.
Still a bit of room there.
Wasn't a toucher in the ditch.
Damien just needs to refocus there.
1 timeout call.
Not sure on that one. The scoreboard showing 3 red there at the moment. Not 100% sure on that because Damien's bowled had touched the jack as it went through, but perhaps it left the side confines of the rink.
1 green.
Great bowl from Damien there. Unfortunately for him, Andy had a shot at it no matter where he put it. So, you'll be fingers crossed here for Damien.
And Andy's got a chance of getting his count of 3 back.
One timeout call.
He's looking for the plant. Take the bowl out. He gets it
And he has 2
perfect.
timeouts remaining.
Yeah, he's got 3 bowl target to hit. I don't I'll be very surprised if Andy doesn't hit one of those three. Just depends on how the dust settles after that. He's going for the green one clean, I would say. Kiss of death I gave Andy there.
It's all right, Nick. I put my mortgage on a bowl yesterday, and it's a good job I haven't got a mortgage.
One shot to Damien Doubler.
They say it's commentators' curse, don't they?
Yeah, do wish sometimes you don't say anything and then can't get the blame.
They ask us in here to say things, though. That's the thing. It'd be mad if we didn't. Right, young Damien takes a 7-3 lead there after 5 ends in this second set. A set he has to win to force us into a 3-end tie break. Somebody there enjoying the bowls, having a bit of a laugh and a joke. And I think a few have seen that they're on camera. You know, wave at the folks at home, girls.
Jack length 29 metres.
Damien's definitely knows what length he wants to play, because this has been it all the way through.
Andy looks to just have overplayed this as well. That's probably the first end where we've seen 2 very loose opening bowls.
Yeah, I think. I know Damien played the last end as well, didn't he? So, yeah. Andy just come off a runner. Damien drawing to the ditch. So.
Well, Andy's got 4 ends to try and get a count of 4 to tie this set. Tie would be good enough for Andy Thompson. You say sometimes when you've played a running bowl,
Andy's made a good adjustment here. Stand up to sneak the shot.
and when you've played a running bowl, it's hard to just adjust back to your drawing length.
Yeah, you hope to find one of the next 2 just to settle it down a bit.
And Damien looks on a very good line again, but it just looks to that touch over. It's probably going to stop the shot.
1 green and a measure. Nearly 2 feet.
Yeah, normally Andy would, what they say, lead off the backhand, and in most tournaments. Has he got enough to get past his own or turn it?
Well, he won't really want to drop a count, whether it's 1 or 2 at this end. Yes, that leaves it very hard work to get back. I mean, it's not impossible. We've seen people come back from deficits here to actually tying sets or winning sets.
Definitely Andy will be looking to get into score this end, really.
Damien will be looking to try and get another one in. Put the pressure back on Mr. Thompson.
One green.
We've just run out yet. The marker, Sharon Davis just said it's 1 green.
Yeah, must be close for the second one, but Andy will still like to try and score the end if possible.
Well, Leaving a one would help. Reach the shot bowl, just rest off it.
He's pushing it on.
Needs to finish for him now. Line looks good.
Didn't need to push it on. It's probably guaranteed second.
Looks like they might be calling umpire Mike Davies on to decide second shot.
Oh.
Okay, so that ball wasn't in the count. We thought that the red ball, last ball of Andy Thompson's, might have made second ball.
It certainly looked like it had. But,
Yeah, one shot to Damien Doubler there. He takes an 8-3 lead after 6 ends. So 5 to try and get back now in 3 ends for Andy Thompson. Still possible, but really needs to count on this next end, Nick.
he certainly does. He needs a double at least, and probably 2 doubles, just to get himself back into the last end of the set. If he can, he certainly needs to win both ends. If he can find a 2 in one of those,
Chat length 29
he's still got a chance. But he'll be looking for a good first bowl in this end here.
Damien will be looking to pick up this end. It'll put him in a very strong position to go into the tie break.
Damien's gone 4-hand round the clock. Even with the bowl in the way, Andy's stuck down the backhand.
Definitely favoured the backhand both ways.
One
Well,
green.
it's not in the way anymore.
Made it better for himself, he can now rest it. Damien looks on a good track again.
One green.
Andy can repeat his last bowl. Probably get the shot.
Very much a question of repeat that delivery. Very close with this, Nick.
He certainly is.
One red.
Just makes a difference playing the hand you really do fancy as opposed to one he may not.
Damien looks a little wide with this. Well, big opportunity for Andy Thompson here.
Again, repeat the delivery will be what he's looking for. It's not far if he can bend, but
Just that ball higher,
One red.
higher line. He's
Yeah,
locked that
it's
green
very
ball in.
very fine line between right and wrong at the moment.
Can't really split these two bowlers at the moment. He's playing very good bowls. Only really a count of 4 that's made the difference so far. Clicking the fingers.
Certainly doesn't look too bad if he can get little either edge of the green one.
One red.
chance for Andy for a 2 here. Needs to really take it.
Definitely needs to, like I said, like we said before, needs to find a double, probably followed by a double.
It's a better line. What's his weight like here?
And now
Needs to get back.
just over the pace really, and that's what they do.
1 shot to Andy Thompson.
That gives him 1 of the 5 he needs. He's now, Damien Doubler is now 8-4 up after 7 ends. We've got 2 ends left to play. Andy Thompson needs to find 4 shots over those 2 ends to tie the set, which would take him through to the next round. Damien Doubler wins this set, we go into a tie break.
Definitely going to see a jack length change.
Jack length 24 metres.
All the crowd waving at Andy.
The winner of this game this evening will set up a 2nd round tie with either Mervyn King or Ben Sherwin. If we go all the tournament with every game having a tie break, it will be very interesting.
It'll be very nerve-wracking for all concerned, I would say. But great viewing, because I think all the spectators love the tie break, as opposed to just a normal end of bowls.
In the tie break, it comes down to winning the end rather than the shots count at each end. So players
1 green.
often play dynamic bowl. Come off winning the end. The crowd are pleased. Well, Andy.
Yeah, and he's just got into his first 2. Damien's decided he's going to swap.
Two green. One red.
Great bowl from Andy there. 2 down. He's obviously happy to just try and score as many as he can. 1.
One red.
A chance to rest off the last bowl of Damien's to counter 2. Puts the pressure back onto Damien.
Pretty good line, I think.
Great bowl from Andy there.
Two red.
Only holes.
Interesting to see what shot he plays here. Probably be over the forehand, but how much over?
It's got to hang off, hasn't it, down that line?
Two red.
Well, Andy Thompson's put himself right back in this second set. Damien Dubler now leads it to 8-6 after 8 ends. Andy Thompson just needs a 2. Sneak a 2 at this end. Nick takes the game.
Yeah, he's got himself back into it well. I mean, dropping a 4 there, but put himself right behind the 8 ball. But last couple of ends, just managed to sneak. Maybe Damien's looking at the, you know, he's already snuck the set, but Andy's got right back at him there.
It's as you mentioned before, it's those last few ends of these sets.
It is, yeah.
You can't sit back on your laurels and just expect it to.
No, Damien was playing the runner there, but he was always erring on the side of don't get solid on the shot bowl, and then all of a sudden forced yourself wider than the target.
And to be fair, it's been such a close game all the way. Neither player deserves to lose, so a tie-break would probably be a fair shout.
No, as we said, it's been a great game.
Damien really needs to find a lead here. He wants to give himself a chance at that tie-break. He doesn't want to let Andy get away from him. The experience of Andy Thompson, MBE.
Definitely Andy's experience will come into play here a little bit.
Case have been here before, just stay calm.
Yep.
Close again. And just touch that jack. Take it away from his other bowl.
Yeah, but it's a better one than what he had before.
It's forced Damien to change to the backhand now.
He'll be just looking to build it up, give himself a good shot to keep second bowl, I would say.
That's not a bad bowl.
1 red.
It's pretty good. He's got an angle back in off both sides. If Andy managed to sneak a good third one.
And he'll be wanting to try and hold the second shot with this one.
Doesn't look as wide as he had been before.
It's well under it.
He'll be disappointed. His weight's pretty good as well.
I wish I'd found out what the odds were for another tie-break game before we started this one.
Yeah, but that could all change if Andy can find a good one. Damien will only have one left, but and this is a no-lose situation for Andy really, because he's guaranteed the tie-break by winning the first set, so it's technically a free draw.
Needs to adjust on his last bowl. He'd be disappointed with that one. I don't think he'll be the same position again. No.
Doesn't
That's
look as though he's
fine.
got quite enough. He's pushing it on again.
On red.
Shot Andy Thompson. 1 shot Andy Thompson, second set tied. That's tie break.
There you go. I bet you wish you got your money on your tie breaks now.
I do. It's quite amazing the way that this is going. Damien Dubler takes the second set 8-7. Andy Thompson won the first set 7-6. There was only one shot in either set, which takes us into the 3-end match tie break. As
Damien's
mentioned
given the
before,
match to Andy Thompson.
in this situation, it's nothing to do with how many shots they count. It's all to do with the end, winning the end. The first player to win 2 ends takes the tie break. Well, I think it's deserved the tie breakers this game. They've both played really well.
Had one shot in each set. But you know, that says it all really. I mean, the 4 was crucial as far as both players were concerned in the second set. We might see a different style from both players in the tie break. Means they only have to win the end as opposed to how many shots you score.
Jack then 27 metres.
Key is getting your lead bowl in here with these tie breaks. Try not to set it up either side of the jack. You want to be just in front or just behind. Easy as that.
Sounds really easy when you say it like that. But totally correct. Everyone will be looking to get one of the first two in really tight, and then not build it up.
Chance for Andy. It's very, very good line with his first. Changing over onto the forehand here. Again, perhaps feels that playing down the forehand is taking Damian's hand away from him. Over to you, Damian.
But they're both having a swap.
Tension out there now, I think, for both players. Just got to refocus.
2-3.
Last shot was the ball end back.
5 inches past.
Andy's played a good
Shortest
line
ball.
with on
It's
both
2
hands
feet.
really. He's just, if he can couple that with the right weight, see a huge
Back to his
bowl.
backhand. Urging this one on. Line looks very good.
The more it bends now, the better it is. Looks like it's snuck the shot, but it's top secret whoever's got the shot.
Yep, and we're not going to find out. Unfortunately, our angle from the commentary box is exactly what you viewers are getting from home.
Can Damian hold to his own bowl? He can, but unfortunately sat away as well.
1 red.
At least it solves the mystery as to who was holding shots, but...
Yeah, Damian's got two ways to approach this. He can play delicate like he just has at the backhand, or quicker on either hand for Andy's bowl if Andy doesn't change it.
I think Andy will be getting another one in there somewhere.
Probably at the forehand, I would say. Looks like he's gone for the cover.
Coach is saying to the young man from Wales, you play it, son.
Yeah, I don't know myself which one's the right one, because normally when I cover the wrong one. So
And they always say you can't cover everything, you've just got to cover one option, and that's the option that it goes to. Like I say, Damian's tended to
you still
favour drawing, but at this stage when the nerves are there, sometimes your arm just tightens up a bit, sometimes you're better to
Time out.
play a
ball.
runner.
He's certainly got enough room to miss the jack and get the bowl if he does want to attack it either way.
Clicking the fingers.
It doesn't look
I think he's
too
close.
bad.
Very close
He
here.
might have the gap here.
How unlucky was that? Andy Thompson takes the first end. This tie break.
He'll be
First in tiebreak,
devastated with
Ronnie
that
Thompson.
result. That was a great effort.
Well, either a touch on the bowl or a touch on the jack, either would have done. First time really overall in the match. Andy's got his nose in front. All he has to do is win this end to take his place in the second round here at the Just Retirement World Indoor Singles Championship hosted by Potters Resort.
Here we go. Damien's trusty length again.
29 metres.
Not a bad start.
That's a foot
I don't know.
past.
Well, Andy looks a wide line there, but if he's a dead length, as we mentioned before, the balls will swing back to the centre of the rink.
Yep, he's left that one right in the jaws.
Well, Damien set up a rest there, really.
Yeah, Andy's got two choices. He can go quick for the both or just rest, and it'll make it really hard for Damien there if he can get on the shot bowl and fall in.
It's a good line for it as well.
Oh, big dip at the end there.
Well, that's certainly finished very quick.
One green.
Andy having last bowl was going to be crucial here.
Damien looks close again. He was clicking his fingers. Not
Yeah,
made it any easier for Andy Thompson.
probably made Andy's
green.
mind up now to try and rest the back ones, because Andy probably would have been in two minds if Damien hadn't have beaten his other red one. See, framing up the backhand, he might be going quicker.
Well, he's in the area.
He's got two to come off.
Looks like it might still be one green there.
Well, he's not made it easy for either party here.
One green.
Sharon Davis just confirmed there it's one green. Like you say, it's not easy for either player here.
Damien, I don't know whether don't know what you'd do here really. If Damien tries to draw up the backhand, he could sit Andy in. If he draws up the forehand and sits off of his own
Time out. Call.
third bowl, he could sit the jack to Andy. So it's a real difficult decision here.
Damien has 2 timeouts remaining.
So sometimes the time
Andy-
where you think keep away from it.
Yeah, definitely. If the only thing he hasn't got is the other spot, maybe he could just make sure he's got that spot, because Andy's got a shot to nothing, having won the first end. So Andy could just go quick and hopefully the bounce goes his way.
Yeah, looks like Damien heard us. Sometimes it's easier to just keep out the way and look to the skies and keep your fingers crossed that the opponent doesn't play the bowl.
Yes.
Andy's just checking, he lays on the spot, so you may see some pace here. Well, he's got something.
In the area.
He's got it straight on top of it.
Great ball from Andy Thompson there. Take the second end of the tie break. He wins the game. Damien Douglas won the first. Second set 8-7. Andy Thompson won the first set 7-6.
Andy Thompson.
Andy Thompson's won the tie break 2-0. Please
Well, there you go,
remember
ladies
to
and
join
gentlemen.
us
One
tomorrow
heck of a
morning.
match, I think.
Start at 10 o'clock with the match Jonathan Ross versus Billy Jackson. Thank you for your company this evening. I'd like to thank Nicky Brett for his company in this commentary box
Thank you very much.
and wish you all the very best in the tournament.
Thanks again.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully speak to you sometime tomorrow. Thanks for your time.